jump on the computer, and it's kind of one of those I'm gonna teach you all how to fish kind of moments, so you can do this on your own. So let's just start right here at Google, and I'm gonna type in the Facebook ads library. Now this is gonna open up essentially the ad library, where we can go reverse engineer the ads from everyone who's advertising on Facebook. Okay, so we can search them all from here. I've got 10 examples we're going to go through relatively quickly. And again, I'm going to show you how to actually turn this into a swipe file. There's a few different ways. I'm also using the Firefox browser, and that'll come into play here in a moment. So the first thing you want to do is, do you want to go globally? So if you're in a specific country, obviously choose the country you're in. The United States is one of the most heavily advertised in locations. That's where most of my customers are, so that's where I focus. And then when you click on ad category, I just choose all ads because I want to know everything that they are running. And we're going to start in the supplement world because I want to start way outside of the internet marketing niche and way outside of what I do. So I'm going to go, there's a new product I've been seeing on YouTube ads, and it's mud water. So I just type in mud water, which they misspelled their name on purpose for the brand, and I'm going to click. And what happens is Facebook is now going to show me every single ad that they're running. And obviously I can come in here and analyze these, like, okay, so they're using the old bikini trick, right? The old sex sells is obviously their big thing. They've got a lot of videos. I'm noticing videos, but down here is where I start to get into the actual ad content. And let's say I have a supplement like this. I'm like, oh, okay, this is super interesting. And this one on the right here, where it's got this kind of 4 image, it's like a carousel, but it's not. What I can do is I can go ahead and click on see ad details. That's going to load this up here, and then I'm able to just kind of scroll down, and if I need to zoom out, I'm going to go Control minus, and that allows me to zoom out so I can get a better image of this. And then if I do Control Shift S on Firefox, it allows me to just grab a screenshot. And there's other screenshot tools out there. People use additional tools. I just like to use what's built into the browser. And then I have 2 options from here, right? I can either download it. So if I click download, it'll allow me to download it. I'll put it in my swipe file, and I'll just say this is MUDWTR, and I'll call it a quad image, right? So I want to put something in there, and there it is. It's now saved. So another option for you is to actually take the content and to try to copy it all here. And then we can take Microsoft Word or any other type of document management system, and you can plug it in. You notice it doesn't do perfectly because it kind of messes up the bottom since it's a link. It doesn't look great, but I mean, it's good enough. And if you want to build out something, then you can reference one document versus clicking through on all of these other locations. It works, okay? So that's kind of the basics of it. So what I like to do when I'm looking at the ads, I'm going to go to another one just so we can kind of mix this stuff up. So another one is Lady Boss. So she started by selling lose weight content. Let me see here. I think I need to put this in. She started by lose weight content, and now she sells supplements as well. I found out about her because she was walked across the stage at the ClickFunnels event for being one of their MLM leaders or whatever it is in the ClickFunnels culture. And so I just look for people who are being celebrated as super successful, and then I want to go learn what they're doing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually scroll back. Now I notice that they're saying they're unable to determine my age. I'm not logged in right now. So if I was logged in, it generally would show me, but she has something that's age specific. And I want to go to the very bottom. So when you're in this tool, if you go down to the bottom and find their oldest active ads, okay, I got to be logged in for this to work. Sorry, I clear all my browser stuff before I start with you guys here on a video. But I would look at the oldest one here. And the reason I want to look at the oldest one is when someone has an ad that's been running for a very long time, what that generally means is that ad is working. Somebody's not often going to be running an ad. That one was from September 23. You're not going to run an ad for 6 months if that ad's not pulling, right? If you're wasting money and losing money on an ad, you're going to get rid of that. So let's go on to another one. I'm going to go to Mind Valley. Now this is great if you're selling courses, especially if you're selling courses that are outside of the world of internet marketing and digital marketing. And so what I'm looking for here generally is I'm browsing, what are they doing? Okay, what is the common theme I'm seeing? And I'm seeing these are all video ads. So on a video ad, there are ways to download the videos. So let's say I'm interested in this video and I want to know what's in this video ad here. So what I could do is, can I right click and save the video? So you can't actually save the video with this tool here. But what I would do is I would go through this with headphones on and I would be using pause all of the time, and I would literally type out the script. And I have many of these different scripts. If you find a way to download the videos, there's ways to download them. I just don't have those little apps on my computer. You could run it through a tool like Descript, which is a transcription tool for you. But ultimately, you can click on this. You could see the full top text. You could see the image. You would type out the image. And again, Control-Shift-S on Firefox. Bingo. I'm able to take this. I can save this. I can even take it and copy it. And then I can just go paste it as an image inside of my little swipe file that I'm growing here. And this allows me to just really make it simple. But the challenge with copying it and pasting it as an image, so up here, I can actually copy this. I could print this out, etc. But when you paste it in as just an image, it's an image, so you can't copy the text on there. I still use image-based. I don't really feel the need to be able to copy everything like that personally. I just really like the ability, the ease of flipping through and looking at what worked for people. So I'm gonna go on to another one. I'm gonna show you even farther about the kinds of things that we can glean from these companies. So I'm gonna go to a physical product to mix it up. And it's great to reverse engineer your competitors, okay? Like obviously, like you wanna know what's going on in your marketplace. You need to know who the most successful people are in your world, and you need to be reverse engineering what they're doing. But I spend a lot of time studying ads from different niches, from different products, because that's where I usually get ideas that aren't saturated. So in your world, the problem is, since all of this content and information is available from everywhere, so somebody has a great ad, they run it for a long time, somebody copies that, then you see the copied ad, then 7 people see your copied ad, and all of a sudden, all of your competitors are using the same hook, the same angle, because they're all swiping each other and they're all directly copying each other. But when you go into a totally different niche, like that mud water, it's just something I started to see popping up on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, what else are they doing? And then that's where I can potentially glean and come up with some interesting ideas. So now this company is something that's in my personal swipe file, and I haven't been back to it for a little while, but one thing I noticed, it's really cool. So it's a basketball or a soccer ball or a football if you're in one of those countries. And it has an app and it tells you drills. So you essentially can go out and you can do drills. But what I've noticed now is they have an at-home workout version for mothers, okay? And they're really on this, right? Mother's Day present. So I'm just kind of observing the evolution of this business. And when I'm also noticing just video. So if you aren't running video ads on your Facebook ads, like obviously you should be running some video ads. But when I go down, you notice it changes the scroll. I scroll to the bottom again, it changes the scroll, and I'm just going to be able to keep going down to their older ones. And here we're in November of 2020. These ads are working. September of 2020. These ads are absolutely working. Why? And it's like, okay, stuck inside, no practice, no problem. So they were taking an angle that was probably based on the lockdowns, but this stuff's still working, right? Even as the world comes to. So it's like, do you have that angle potential for your business? If so, you want to be copying what's working. You want to be mimicking what's working, and you want to copy these down in your swipe file, because you're gonna be like, oh, that's a great idea. Cool. I'll remember that tomorrow. No, you won't. That's why you need to build it out into your swipe file. So I think that's cool. Another one I want to look at is Dr. Squatch. So Dr. Squatch is a soap for men. And this soap for men, they started with YouTube ads, and then I saw them, they actually ran a Super Bowl ad, which is the most expensive ad space in the world, at least in American media. And then I'm like, okay, so what are they running here? And again, it's all video ads, really intriguing. Like, what is this guy doing? I need to look. Why men are buying 5 bars of this soap. So there's a knife, like, so they're trying to take this like manly angle to it with a knife in there. It's just soap. Right? They're selling a commodity here, but they're changing it. So like man soap, right? It's in a vice. Look how manly this is. And they're using essentially testimonials on the ad copy here, right? This is something I'm noticing. And then you've got these kind of where it's bullet points, and each bullet point is a different imagery. Oh, sorry, I'm still zoomed out from when I wanted to get that one image all to fit. And then you can see these kind of different types of ideas. But one of the things I'm noticing on all of their videos is we have a video, but then there's this header that has something that is captivating. Okay. So they have it up here as well. The orange, can your body wash be hurting your love life? It's like one of those showstoppers, because that's what the imagery is to do. Is it's actually designed to stop the scroll. And I'm just going to keep going down here so I can see all the way back to February 6th of 2021 is their oldest ad. So maybe they're just doing a lot of testing. Maybe they don't have things that run. It's very common for people to turn on and off ads. So there's no problem in seeing something at that age. But I'm just observing. What are they doing? What's working? What's not? And then let's go in and let's look at Digital Marketer. Now, this is obviously in my specific niche. Digital Marketer is run by Ryan Dice. Perry Belcher's on the team, or at least he was at one point in time. They've got some brilliant advisors. They've got some brilliant marketers working for them. So I'm just figuring out, what are they doing? What is working? And this is a super simple kind of an ad image. And this is super simple, right? So this is something that I think a lot of people make advertisements so complex. And this is, there's no call to action in this. They're running an engagement ad just for the ability to stay in front of their people with a reminder. Okay, this is just, and it's like, wow, do I have engagement ads in my campaigns that are just giving a little bit of value? Like, this is a tweet, essentially. This is like a popular tweet that they're sending out here. So bingo, this is something like, okay, I don't have anything like this. This is a unique idea. I'm going to go ahead and download it, and I'm going to call it Digital Marketer engagement. No CTA, no call to action is what that means. I'm going to save that. Bingo. And I'm back on the hunt, and I'm hunting for patterns. I'm not taking everything, right? I don't need that. Here again, I'm seeing that same idea. This is like literally kind of almost an Instagram style post. There's no call to action in there. They're just showing their brand with helpful content, reminding their audience of how helpful they are. Here I'm seeing they've got little bits and pieces of videos in here. This is a 2-minute and 33-second video. I find that to be really interesting. It looks like it comes from maybe a podcast or something. And I'm just paying attention to what's working. And then again, I always want to go look at their oldest stuff. And I go through it slower, right? Like, I'm obviously going through this more quickly with you to kind of show you the basics of the process, but we're back to July of 2020, y'all. Like, these ads, April of 2020. This is a year-old ad. These are absolutely ads that I need to be paying attention to see why are these still running. And what I notice here is they're actually linking to a blog post on this one, which is really interesting. I want to see what this one does. How long is this text? Bingo. So blog post ideas. Okay, so their longest ads they're running are actually running to content. Okay, so this isn't just like straight into the funnel. Obviously, it's a step in their funnel to engage, to build trust, to build likability. But if I'm like, okay, cool, I want to mimic this. Again, I zoom out to where I can get the whole thing, and I just Control-Shift-S on Firefox. Bingo. I'm going to take this, or I'll just copy all of the text. So I got to click cancel. Let me escape out of that. Sorry about that. And then I can just grab it here, and I can actually just copy and paste this in. I would watch the video. It's a 17-second video. I would be writing down the content here, and I would mimic this, right? There are absolutely ways to say, oh, there we go, save video as. So when I'm on this page, as long as I play the video, I think that's what I didn't do the first time. If I click here, save video as, and it opens up, and then I'm going to go into my swipe file. Where is my swipe file? There it is. And I'll just save the video, and I'll say Digital Marketer blue text vid, and it saves it as MP4. So now I've got it, because if they take these ads down, the ads disappear, right? So I want to make sure I save them and have them in case they take these down. But now I can come up with what are my things that are sliding in, right? So I can know what I need for my brand, especially if my brand's not in here. So if you're in the hypnosis space, like bingo, you can running out of ideas of how to get better yourself, hypnotize, quantum healing. There's a way to flip through and create the same effect in a totally different niche. Bingo. And you come up with a text, you find somebody on Fiverr who can make you a little animated video like this, and bingo, for $15, $20, and a little bit of time and energy, you could start testing versions of this for yourself. And it's working really well for them. So maybe it would actually work really well for you as well. And that's kind of the name of the game. One more, let's go see what Uncle Frank is up to. Frank Kern is a very smart marketer. I don't necessarily recommend any of his products, but I pay attention to what he does, right? So when I'm looking at what he does in this, let me zoom back into normal. So one of the things I noticed on this when I was looking is hardcore scaling part 1. Okay, and he's got a book. So he's giving away a book, and it's hardcore scaling part 1. Then when I scroll down a little farther, I'm seeing, okay, hardcore scaling part 2, hardcore scaling part 3. So it makes me wonder, like, okay, so is he running a video that teaches part 1 to people? And then when someone watches that video, he creates a retargeting audience and he shows them part 2. And when someone watches that video, he creates a retargeting audience of people who watch that video, and he shows them part 3. So he takes people literally in sequence using, aha, That's a new idea. I haven't had that idea yet, and I haven't tested anything like that in my business. Now, am I going to do hardcore scaling? Absolutely not. That's not relevant to my business. I'm looking at the framework and the structure and the big idea behind his advertising campaign. And when you go down, one of the things to also notice is how many ads do these people have going. March 2019. This is clearly the oldest one we've had. So this is a 2-year-old plus video ad that's pretty powerful. So I would absolutely go into this video. I would figure out what is he doing in this video. I would click play. So he's on the whiteboard. 15-minute video. So this is one that I would absolutely transcribe. You right click, you could save video. You could save video as right here. Save it right to your computer. So it'd be Kern whiteboard. And then what I would do is I would spin up the Descript app, which is a transcribing app. I would run it through the Descript app. I would get it all out to figure out exactly what it is he's doing. That's the game, right? The name of the game is find what's working. And I want to really remind you and reiterate that it's super important for you to look in different niches, to look at creators with different product types, to look outside of your little box, because what happens is marketers ruin everything and your competitors ruin it. If everybody starts swiping and copying and mimicking everyone else, it dilutes the effectiveness for everyone. So pay attention to what's working, but try to look at things from a structural standpoint. And if you want help, my team and I have put together a swipe file. It's got over 100 different ads in it. I've annotated some helpful insights on the first about dozen or so of the ads, but they are some of the highest performing ads that my team and I have found. I actually went through this whole process with my team and to build this swipe file for myself. And if you'd like it, you can get access to it. Just go to socialadclass.com/swipe-file. So let me just show you that page. And the page may vary in its exact look and wording, but socialadclass.com/swipe-file. So you go here, it's $7, right? Like we've put 100+ hours into this, and you can get access to it here. Just click to get the swipe file. Full disclosure, right? Like it's a product. It's a whopping $7 product that I'm selling here. But it comes with over 100 different ads for you. So if you're like, this is really cool, and you want to look at some of them for you in your space, in your niche, but you want big ideas from physical products and digital products and coaches and consultants and courses and all of the different variety of things, I've got that all built out for you. Since I made it for myself and my team, I figured I'd give you access to it if you want. Again, socialadclass.com/swipe-file. Either way, like writing great ads is one of the biggest part to a successful online business. If you're running Facebook ads, if that's a part of your strategy, obviously you got to get the campaign set up right. You got to get all the bits and pieces in the campaign structure, because if you get that wrong, nothing's going to work. But that ad copy is what literally connects with the human being on the other side, and it gets them to stop, it gets them to pay attention, gets them to click and then enter into your ecosystem. And when you base your ads on what's working for other people in other niches, everything's just going to work better. It's going to speed up your iteration, and it'll speed up the amount of time it takes for you to find high quality tests that actually work, that beat your controls and increase all of your conversions step by step. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And on that note, I'll see you next week with another video. Subscribe until then. Thank you. And I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. Till then, be well.